Imagine this. You pick up your phone for just 5 minutes. Just 5. You open Instagram or YouTube or TikTok. You scroll once, then again, then one more time, and suddenly an hour is gone. Not stolen by someone else, not forced away from you, but willingly given to a screen. And here's the terrifying part. You don't even remember what you watched. You don't remember what you learned. You don't remember what you gained. But you definitely lost something. You lost time. And time is life. The illusion of connection. Social media promised us connection. It promised us community. It promised us belonging. And in many ways, it delivered. We can talk to someone across the world. We can learn anything instantly. We can build businesses. We can express ourselves. But somewhere along the way, connection turned into comparison. Inspiration turned into insecurity. Entertainment turned into addiction. And now, millions of people wake up not with purpose, but with notifications. Before they even brush their teeth, before they even say good morning to their own thoughts, they say good morning to the algorithm. And that's where the problem begins. The dopamine trap. Let's talk about something powerful. Dopamine. Every like, every comment, every notification, every short video, it gives your brain a tiny reward, a tiny hit of pleasure. And your brain loves pleasure. But here's the danger. The rewards are random. Sometimes you get 10 likes, sometimes 100, sometimes none. And that unpredictability is what makes it addictive. It's the same psychology used in slot machines. You keep pulling the lever because maybe, just maybe, the next scroll will be better. But the next scroll is rarely better. It's just more noise, more distraction, more comparison, and less control. The cost you don't see. Social media addiction doesn't scream, it whispers. It doesn't destroy your life overnight. It slowly eats your focus, your creativity, your self-worth, your ambition. You don't notice it because it feels normal. Everyone is doing it. Everyone is scrolling. Everyone is online. But normal doesn't mean healthy. Ask yourself, how many dreams are delayed because of scrolling? How many books were never written? How many businesses were never started? How many skills were never learned because I'll start after this video, and that video never ends? Comparison, the confidence killer. Social media shows you highlights, not reality. You see the vacations, the luxury cars, the perfect bodies, the successful businesses, the happy couples. But you don't see the debt, the anxiety, the loneliness, the failures, the behind-the-scenes struggles. So what happens? You compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, and you feel behind, you feel inadequate, you feel like you're not doing enough. But you're comparing illusions to reality, and that comparison steals your confidence. Attention is the new currency. In today's world, attention is money, and social media companies know that. Their goal is simple: keep you on the platform as long as possible, because the longer you stay, the more ads you see, the more data you generate, the more profit they make. You are not the customer, you are the product. Your attention is being sold, minute by minute, scroll by scroll. And the more you give away your attention, the harder it becomes to focus on anything meaningful. Focus is a muscle, and social media trains it to be weak. Short videos, fast cuts, quick entertainment, constant stimulation. So when you try to read a book, it feels boring. When you try to study, it feels exhausting. When you try to build something meaningful, it feels slow, because your brain has been conditioned to expect instant rewards. The productivity killer. Social media addiction destroys deep work. Deep work is when you concentrate fully on one task. No distractions, No interruptions, just focus. That's where mastery happens. That's where growth happens. But social media interrupts that constantly. Ping, notification, buzz, message. And even if you don't check it, your brain is thinking about it. You lose flow. And once flow is broken, it takes time to rebuild. Most people don't lack talent. They lack uninterrupted focus. And social media is the biggest thief of that focus. Emotional dependence. Here's something even deeper. Some people don't scroll because they're bored. They scroll because they're uncomfortable. Lonely? Scroll. Anxious? Scroll. Sad? Scroll. Avoiding responsibility? Scroll. Social media becomes emotional escape, but escape doesn't solve anything. It postpones growth. Instead of facing discomfort, you numb it. Instead of solving problems, you distract yourself. And slowly, you become dependent on distraction. The identity shift. The real danger of addiction is identity. You start telling yourself, I can't focus. I have no discipline. I'm just lazy. But maybe you're not lazy. Maybe your brain is overstimulated. Maybe your attention has been hijacked. Maybe your habits are controlling you instead of you controlling them. The good news? Habits can change, but only if you become aware. The wake-up question. Imagine this. If you continue using social media exactly the same way for the next 5 years, where will you be? Will you be stronger, smarter, more successful, more fulfilled, or just more distracted? Time doesn't stop. Life doesn't pause while you scroll. Opportunities don't wait for you to finish watching reels. Your dreams are on a timer, and every minute spent unconsciously scrolling is a minute not invested in becoming who you could be. Reclaiming control. Now let's shift. This is not about deleting social media completely. Social media is a tool. Tools are not evil, but tools in the wrong hands become dangerous. The key is intentional use. Here are powerful steps. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Set specific times for social media. Keep your phone away during deep work. Create phone-free mornings. Replace scrolling with reading or learning. Small changes create massive transformation. You don't need to quit the internet. You need to quit unconscious consumption. Replace, don't just remove. If you remove scrolling without replacing it, you'll relapse. Instead, replace. Instead of scrolling in bed, read 5 pages. Instead of 30 minutes of reels, 30 minutes learning a skill. Instead of comparing, create. Creation beats consumption every time. When you create, you build confidence. When you consume endlessly, you build insecurity. The freedom feeling. Imagine waking up and not reaching for your phone immediately. Imagine working for 2 hours straight without checking notifications. Imagine finishing projects faster. Imagine feeling mentally lighter. That freedom feels powerful because addiction is invisible chains and discipline is invisible freedom. At first, discipline feels hard, but eventually, it feels empowering. Social media is not the villain. Unconscious living is. Scrolling isn't evil, but losing control is. You don't need to disappear from the internet. You need to reappear in your own life. Reappear in your goals. Reappear in your relationships. Reappear in your potential. Because your life is bigger than your screen. Your dreams are more important than notifications. Your focus is more valuable than followers. And your future deserves your full attention. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself one question. Did I scroll through life today, or did I live it? The choice is always in your hands. Put the phone down, pick your life up, and start building something real.